Welcome to another episode of Coronacation. My name's Naomi White. I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Tory Archbold in Sydney. How are you, Tory?
I'm so well, and thank you so much for having me on the Coronacation, Naomi. I saw this on LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, what an amazing initiative to get people around the world to talk about what it's really like behind the scenes while we're all in lockdown.
Oh, well, I'm so pleased you saw it. I'm delighted to have you here today. So can you tell us a little bit about you and the work that you do in the world?
Yeah, no problem. So my name is Tory Archbold. I started a company called Torstar Communications almost 20 years ago, and I started the business based on my values. My values are passion, integrity, and delivery. Passion because I'm really passionate about working with great brands and incredible people, and I believe that like attracts like. Integrity because I'm definitely a straight shooter, and I appreciate working with people who hold that same value. And the last one, delivery, is really about, I'm a true believer that you're only as good as the last conversation, the last now we're in a virtual world, Zoom conversation, email or phone call. And that obviously is testament to how you build a global network of referrals, which is how I built Torstar, and we worked with the world's leading retail brands. 80% of those were based overseas, all top performers, and 20% were Australian businesses, which were quite small when I started working with them, and then became global businesses such as C. Foley and Sue Kim.
Oh, well, clearly testament to how clever you are and how successful your business has been. And your new business venture, which you started about 18 months ago.
Yeah, so I knew I had another business in me, and like many women around the world and also men, I had a personal journey, which was very different to what you saw in my professional life. In my professional life, I was always a high achiever, and and what many people would call a super attractor, because I was attracting all of these big brands into my agency portfolio, and with my team, we were delivering these incredible results for these brands. But behind the scenes, I had a personal journey, which was quite traumatic. But it was one that my daughter and I knew if we shared would help millions of people around the world. So I decided to start a company called Powerful Steps with the aim to inspire, encourage, and empower other people. And off the back of that, I do inspirational talks to major corporates. I host workshops. And most recently, I've had to pivot the business into virtual, which has been a big learning curve for me, but one that now, I wake up in the morning, I'm so passionate about helping other people. And for me, my Coronacation has been the best thing that's ever happened to me, because it's allowed me to stop, listen, and learn.
I think a lot of people are actually saying that about this period. So for however long it lasts, and I've seen you speak. I saw you speak at a workshop a year ago, and it was a very powerful story. So thank you for sharing your personal journey with the world. How has this COVID-19 situation affected you?
So, COVID-19, I guess when it first started, we really weren't aware of what an impact it would have on businesses. And because I was in startup mode with Powerful Steps, I had just started to get that trajectory of, my business was moving forward. I knew exactly what direction it was going in. There was a really good pipeline of who I was working with. And then it was like, boom, okay, Tory, there's nothing. So when you start a business and, you decide to step into your power, and, you finally think you're going on the right track and you're happy with where it's going. And then it's like crash, what do you do? So, for me, what I always do is I listen to my gut instinct. And my gut instinct is always to listen to the market, listen to what people are doing, and then come in with a solution that's going to empower not only them, but the brands that they represent as well. And so I quickly pivoted into virtual. And now, I'm pleased to say, like, I'm actually busier than what I was before I was working in a virtual world. But I think, in life, we create what we want to make reality. And if we have dreams, you've got to action them, and you've always got to switch your thinking and look at those opportunities rather than challenges in your life. And, that word everyone uses is pivot, but I truly believe it's a great word, because it's an opportunity for us all to step into our true power and potential, and really to align with what we want to do with our life purpose, by having that opportunity to just move forward in the direction that we want to go in.
Fantastic. Well, what advice or unique perspectives do you have that you think might benefit others around the world right now?
So the one thing when I was sitting back and I was like listening to, the conversations that were happening, especially on social media, like, the LinkedIn's and the Instagrams, and, people were really overwhelmed with emails and the amount of virtual meetings that they were having, and they felt really disconnected. And so, I thought to myself, okay, well, I've gone from a business that's going like that to a business that's earning nothing. How do I actually remain relevant? How do I use the powerful connections that I have to make a difference with everyone else around the world? Because let's face it, I'm not the only one that's in this situation, but I'm a true believer in teamwork and what can come from connections. So I decided that I was going to host a virtual coffee date every Thursday at 10 a.m. for anyone anywhere in the world to join. And what it was by ways of, having that personal touch, like people were able to personally connect with me, because every week of my life, I've always built my business and my network on having 3 coffee dates. So it's always been one that's in my professional network, one that I want to partner with, and someone outside my comfort zone. So I thought to myself, what if I create a hub and a community for the Powerful Steps tribe to actually be able to talk about what's going on, introduce them, their businesses. How can we all connect and become a really powerful tribe that helps each other? So the first couple I hosted myself, and now what I've done is I've opened my little black book, and we have people from all over the world who are coming in and sharing their powerful tools as to how they've built brands and their own personal brand as well. And I found that that's really kept me connected, and off the back of that is where I've seen my business take off, because people are seeing the real me. They're seeing what my skill set is. They're seeing who my connections and my network are. And not only has it been amazing for me to connect with people like this, it's been amazing for the people that join the calls, because they're each getting something out of it. And you can always tell, because I'm always busy writing everything down. And, and afterwards I say thank you on LinkedIn, and I say thank you to all these people that join the call, and I encourage them all to connect with each other. And now all these people on the calls are doing business with each other. And so I feel like if you have the power to do something and give something to other people, why not? This is a time to do it. This is a time to show that community spirit and show, what can actually happen when you get people together. You can create amazing things and outcomes.
And it feels like it's the time to get creative and a little bit experimental at the moment, because there's kind of nothing to lose, is there? It's now or never.
Well, there's absolutely nothing. Yeah, it is. It's now or never. And, from a branding perspective, this is such a great time for everyone to be testing what works. How are you engaging with your database? How are you engaging with your connections? How are they responding to the way that you're putting yourself out there? Because, when we're doing a media buy in Torstar at the moment for, a big brand that's launching, and it's really interesting when I'm dealing with the media, there are people that come and they're prepared and they know what they're doing and they have the right setup. And then there are people that, are asking us to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're sitting there in a little singlet working off their ironing board in a room. And I go, how can we take you seriously? If you know Zoom, you know that you can have, if your house is not set up to be having these professional meetings, set it up so that you look like you're in America or you're, the beach or something, because people don't want to see the mess in your house. What they want to do is they want to see you as a business person, as a professional, and someone that's able to deliver. So for me, the opportunity has really been about teaching people about their personal brand. And if you've got a really strong personal brand and you know how to pivot and use that to your advantage and understand the audience and how they're reacting to you, these are the people that are going to come out on top during the coronation.
Absolutely. Well, Tory, that's fantastic advice. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been great chatting to you, and enjoy the rest of your week.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Naomi.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Bye.